A Level 3 survey is a report based on a detailed property inspection by an experienced building surveyor designed to help you to understand how a home you plan to buy is constructed and whether it's suffering from any defects or is likely to develop any soon. It will also explain how best to address any defects with priorities and costs attached. Our surveyors recognise that often there is more than one way to address a building defect and will take a pragmatic approach to ensure that we're suggesting real-world solutions. Sometimes we might suggest the best practice solution to an issue, but we'll also set out a separate solution if there's a way of addressing a defect more cost-effectively that we have seen work previously. A Level 3 survey is the most versatile type of residential survey available, as it allows scope to go into as much detail as is required to ensure that the client ends up with a really thorough understanding of the property they are purchasing. This means that a Level 3 survey is suitable for any type of residential property, including those with added complexities or in particularly poor condition. Some clients prefer the comfort and peace of mind of knowing as much as practicable about the property they are buying, so often we find that experienced purchasers will commission a Level 3 survey even on a more modern property in apparently good condition. You should arrange for your surveyor to complete a Level 3 survey as soon as your offer has been accepted on a property. This way, if your survey highlights defects which make you think very carefully about whether you still want to buy the property, you won't have incurred too many legal costs along the way, and in exceptional situations will give you an opportunity to consider buying an alternative property without holding the chain up too much. Alternatively, it might give you time to renegotiate the purchase price if defects are found which may be costly to remedy. Only experienced surveyors should be preparing Level 3 surveys, and we recommend that only chartered surveyors or specialist residential ASOC RICS surveyors should be considered for your survey, as they have received third-party accreditation of competence and are governed by strict rules of conduct, helping to keep the quality of your report high. Sometimes we see less experienced surveyors complete Level 3 surveys, perhaps with less than 5 years experience in the field. In most instances, these surveyors lack the relevant experience to provide pragmatic, real-world advice, and we sometimes find that the conclusions they reach are unusual or occasionally just plain wrong. Some purchasers will be tempted to ask a builder to inspect a property prior to purchase. Typically, builders will lack the experience and training to do so, and almost certainly won't have the right insurance to give insurance-backed advice. A surveyor will often take over 2 hours to inspect a property for a Level 3 survey, and it's highly unlikely that a builder will be able to provide such an in-depth inspection. The Level 3 report will consider the entire property on an element-by-element basis, describing what they are made of, what condition they're in, and whether any remedial work is required now or will be required in the near future. If appropriate, a Level 3 survey will set out the consequences of not completing remedial work, which will help you to prioritise repair work to suit your schedule and budget. When remedial work is proposed, our reports will include cost estimates for doing so, but you should check that your surveyor also offers this service. While Harrison Clarke includes cost estimates as standard, many surveyors either don't or will charge an extra fee for this service. If, following your own inspection of the property, you have highlighted areas of concern, you should bring these to your surveyor's attention. In almost all circumstances, this will be covered by your report anyway, but this will allow your surveyor to provide additional commentary to ensure that you have all the information you need. Additionally, if you plan to complete works to the property, such as removing internal walls, you should let your surveyor know. This will give them the opportunity to look out for anything that would make your proposals unfeasible, impractical, or unduly difficult, but you should bear in mind that a Level 3 survey is not designed to be a feasibility study for future works unless this has been agreed in advance and factored into the surveyor's fees. There are some things that can't be inspected by our surveyors. For example, they don't have X-ray vision, so unless floorboards have been taken up, areas like the floor void won't be inspected, and areas of the property blocked by lots of or heavy vendor belongings can't be inspected. It is unusual for this to be a significant impediment though, as there are often signs of defects elsewhere. Surveyors are quite good at looking out for strategic placement of vendors' belongings in order to hide an issue. Surveyors won't test or comment on kitchen appliances, as these require different expertise. Likewise, While your surveyor will be able to comment on services such as electricity, water and gas, they are unlikely to be qualified in working with these services and as such will not undertake specialist testing. If there are signs that this is required, the surveyor will highlight this in their report. While we are touching on what a survey doesn't include, you have to understand that even a level 3 survey does not act as a building warranty. Instead, it is an appraisal of your future property by an expert assessor. A level 3 building survey is more expensive than a level 2 homebuyers report, but the actual cost will depend on the size and complexity as well as geographic location. Although a level 3 survey can be costly, we find that if defects are found, and they almost always are, the survey can be used to reduce the asking price by more than the price of the survey. Commissioning a level 3 survey is normally the easiest part of the home buying process. Once you have told us the property address, we will do some research to establish the most appropriate survey level for you and set out costs. If you're happy with our proposal, we will do the rest. We will contact the estate agent to arrange our inspection, and your report will be back with you in about a week or less following inspection. If you think you need a survey for your property, we will be happy to help you select the correct survey and will be able to advise whether a level 3 survey is appropriate for you. Our friendly team can be reached on 02381 550051 and look forward to helping your home buying dream become a reality.